Bangai Temple number 4, Sabadaishi, Mackerel Daishi Temple. This story has a most interesting legend to it, and this is how Oliver Statler put it. According to legend, Kobadaishi passed this way one evening looking for a place to stay the night. There was no habitation, but he found a great pine tree and he slept under that. As a matter of fact, that pine tree had been planted by the priest Gyogi, and during the night Kobadaishi dreamt that Gyogi came down from heaven to bless and protect him. Waking in the morning, the Daishi realized that the place was very sacred to Buddhism. As he was leaving, he met a man leading a pack horse with a load of dried and salted mackerel on it. Kobadaishi asked for the gift of one fish, but the man refused him and walked on. Suddenly, the man's horse was stricken and fell to the ground. The man remembered having heard that a great priest was walking around Shikoku, realized that the one who had asked for the fish must be that priest. So he quickly ran up to him and gave the Daishi the fish and begged for him to cure his horse. Kobadaishi handed the man his iron begging bowl and told him to bring water from the sea. When the man did, the Daishi performed a service over the water and told the man to make the horse drink it, and once he did, he recovered. The man was so awed by this that he knelt before the Daishi and vowed to enter the Buddhist way of life. Kobadaishi was touched and said to the man, "Let me show you one more thing." And carrying to the shore the dried and salted fish he had been given, he placed it in the water, and the fish came back to life. The pack horse man asked where he should build a hermitage to live out his life as a priest, and the Daishi answered, "Under the pine tree, because that is the place sacred to Buddhism." And since this man experience had so much to do with mackerel, people call this chapel Sabadaishi. And in the Daishi hall, you actually have Kobadaishi holding a mackerel in one hand and his rosary in the other hand. Many Bangai are actually kind of hard to get to. This Bangai is on the way between two temples that are about 70 kilometers apart, and a long drive. Because of Japanese roads, it takes quite a while to get between them, and it's a several-day walk. So it's kind of a perfect right-off-the-road resting spot, place to go to the bathroom, get a drink, stretch your legs, and it actually has quite a number of visitors compared to some of the other Bangai, which are you have to make a much greater effort to get to. This legend about it that I said also shows a lot about Kobadaishi, in that a lot of legends associated with Kobadaishi are basically legends from about other ascetics walking around that came, and Kobadaishi kind of became the figure of the story. Until the 18th century, this temple was always known as Gyogi Daishi, not Sabadaishi. It was sort of named after the famous ascetic Gyogi, who it's associated with. I can't really get a distant perspective on this pagoda. Very quiet and peaceful here. This is Bangai number 4, Sabadaishi, the Mackerel Daishi Temple.